my pockets, me my DNA. Babies for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, they don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You don't pretend. You don't lie. We don't be gang. You know what's up? We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Give to Strong running right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing Jones. Finding Strong underneath. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins, flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Ward. And some room to maneuver. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Ward. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground with Ward. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones.
Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, they'll roll him out right. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Back to the ground with Strong.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now Jones. Gets it to Strong. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw again. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On third down, here's Strong. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 39, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw. Jones. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Cousins. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
11 yards for number 11.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A first down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Again, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Here's Ward. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on first down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonathan Ward. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. On for the point after is Randy Bullock.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got his man. It's Thornton.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
They'll run with Strong.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Pierre Strong
with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not with the, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. That's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Cousins on first down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he goes out right around the 39. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Play fake. Cousins. Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second down, here's Strong once more.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Christian Thornton. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, rush coming, and he's taken down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second down, here's Strong once more.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.